My name is Tristan Mack. What brought me to MEOC was a dear friend of mine. I'll see, 4 or 5 years ago, I think it was. I just came home from prison, and she was in the neighborhood, and I actually was doing conflict resolution in the gas station to the neighborhood. And when she noticed me, and I noticed her, she was a girlfriend from junior high school, and she noticed me in a whole nother aspect. Last time she saw me, I was the bad guy, and I was the one creating peace, and she was like, I need you to go somewhere with me. You know what happened to my son? Because I first heard her no. She's like, you know what happened to my son? I need you to go somewhere with me. All right, let's go. She told me she wanted me to come and meet you guys, and it was to wear orange, and he came down there and just been crazy about it since. MEOC stands for Metro East Organizing Coalition, Idea Pendleton. And the wear orange was within a way to, I guess you say, support the outcry for the crime that was perpetrated on her. And it's like a yearly thing that MEOC does to celebrate her existence. Attending the Wear Orange meeting was very, I don't know, it was like twofold. It was like, I actually attended the very place that we met at for the Wear Orange meeting was the last place I was at before I went to prison. It was the East St. Louis Police Department. And so it gave me the opportunity to tell my story from an aspect of a cell that was a few hundred feet away from me, from a different aspect, from an aspect not necessarily from a victim aspect, but from a person that perpetrated these crimes. When I say a person that perpetrated those crimes, I was a little bad child when I was young, and I did the things that I felt that would get me notoriety, people like me and things. So I was doing robberies, and I graduated from robbery to armed robbery. And I committed 3 armed robberies within a week. And one of those armed robberies, there was a guy that was hurt. There was a guy that was shot by me that was hurt from within the robbery, and that caused me to do almost 30 years within prison behind it. The time I did in prison it impacted my life tremendously because I was 14 years old when I went to prison. And I did not come home until I was 41 years old. So I pretty much became a teenager, an adult, and everything within prison with the weight of survival on my back. Going into there, I had this bad guy demeanor, this tough guy, this act of meet aggression with aggression, and that's the way that I spent the first 5 to 10 years within my bit, trying to find help, trying to find a way to exist, to try to find a way to know what the existence was. And it came later, but yeah. The services provided by MEOC that I've received have been great from an aspect of food assistance to an aspect of recently providing help for me and my particular family to get from an unsafe situation to a safe situation, for the transportation from maybe 100 miles away with clear compassion, no judgment, just, hey, we'll help. As long as we see you trying to help yourself. And I mean that from assistance on some of the decisions that I've made to better myself that may not be 100% within the right way to go, the constant, what I call like the constant being in my ear, that you can do it. I understand you've chosen to maybe not nothing for this to breaking the law, being crazy, but just for this to driving a car that don't have plates on it. You know, it's because I have a job that pays good and I can provide for the family. Things like that. The constant, hey, there's no way to right and wrong, but let's go about this. That constant ear within my ear, going through what I've been through within that time, just that is sincerity. the real care. It's not just, hey, we want you to sign up on a book or we want your number. We actually care about you. For families and individuals that needs that support, I would tell them to reach out. I would tell them to ignore the voice in their head, and I would tell them to reach out to MEOC. MEOC is most definitely the number one go-to for me that I would send because of the sincerity within the people. They're not just there for show. They're not just there for show, and that that allow people that is in those situations that listens to their voice to ignore their voice, because a lot of people within that situation know they need help, want help, but that voice is, ain't nobody gonna be there for you. Ain't nobody gonna. But to be able to see and stand up and say, okay, that's a confidence that you can't get from nowhere else. I'm almost 50 years old and I'm finna tear up that I'm grateful. I'm most definitely grateful for the assistance, the love, the compassion, the trust, the belief that I get from MEOC and MEOC staff.